Oh, hey, welcome back to Thanos Table. Today we're making something so simple, so elegant, so dangerously effective for Valentine's Day that you might want to keep it in your back pocket for emergencies. Pasta Alfredo, a dish with 4 ingredients and somehow still the most abused recipe on the internet. For ingredients, you'll need 150 grams Parmigiano Reggiano, 60 grams unsalted butter, 240 grams long pasta of your choosing, salt and pepper. That's it. No cream, no garlic, no tears, just technique. Now, traditionally, you'd use fresh fettuccine, ideally homemade, but I'm not here to judge, I'm here to cook. I had some maffardine lying around, so that's what I'm using. And yes, I know Italians everywhere just clutch their pearls, but will survive, and I'm an Italian as well. Fresh pasta does give you a silkier sauce because it releases more starch, but dried pasta is absolutely fine. If you want to impress someone though, making fresh pasta together is basically a rom-com montage waiting to happen. Just be prepared to clean flour off every surface of your home. I'm grating 24-month Parmigiano Reggiano using a microplane. You can use any grater you want, but keep in mind the larger the shreds, the harder they melt, and the more likely you are to end up with a clumpy, tragic mess. And please, for the love of all things holy, do not use pre-grated cheese. That stuff is not Parmigiano, that's sadness in the bag. If you're on a budget, Grana Padano is perfectly fine. Also, don't throw away the rind, use it for stocks or microwave it for a minute to make crispy parm chips, but snack responsibly. If you're wondering why real Parmigiano melts so beautifully, it's because of its low moisture and high protein structure. It emulsifies instead of stringing like mozzarella. This is why Alfredo works. It's basically a cheese emulsion pretending to be a cream sauce. When you're done with your wooden board, give it a proper clean and let it air dry. Don't wash it under running water unless you want a beautiful, artisanal, handcrafted, warped plank. Over at the stove, bring a pot of water to a boil and salt it generously. As we say in Italy, salato come il mare, salted like the sea. And yes, I know my pot is too small for this pasta. We're moving houses, everything is in boxes, and this is the only pot I have. I'm just going to gently push the pasta in as it softens. It won't break, trust the process. Cook until al dente, do not drain it unless you enjoy losing the liquid gold that is the pasta water. If you do drain it, at least reserve a good amount of that water for the sauce. Pasta water is the secret handshake of Italian cooking. It's starchy, salty, and basically the glue that holds the sauce together. If your sauce ever breaks, looks oily, or refuses to thicken, pasta water is the fix for 99% of the time. To make the Alfredo, you can do this tableside for dramatic Valentine's Day flair, but I'm doing it in a pot because practicality has a higher place than romance. And to the pot goes butter and a ladle of pasta water. Stir until the butter fully melts into a glossy emulsion. Add your pasta, and yes, I'm using dunks. And yes, this pasta is slippier than someone covered in oil. We're all learning. Season with a generous amount of black pepper. Today is not only about spicing in the bedroom. Now add your Parmigiano. You can reserve a bit for plating if you want to flex. Mix vigorously. If the sauce looks clumpy or too thick, add more pasta water until it reaches the consistency of heavy cream without using any cream. If you're struggling to get the cheese to melt, wait until the pasta water temperature drops a bit. High heat makes the proteins seize and turn grainy. Think of Alfredo like making mayonnaise. Gentle heat, constant movement, and a little patience. You're coaxing the cheese into becoming a sauce, not interrogating it. Depending on your pasta shape, you can plate however you like. Since I'm using maffardine, there is absolutely no elegant way to do this. So whatever, just get it on the plate. Make sure to scoop out all the sauce from the pot. Do not leave any behind. That's flavor, that's love, that's rent money. If you want to get fancy, you can crack a bit more pepper on top, add a few shavings of parm, or drizzle a tiny splash of pasta water to give it that glossy restaurant finish. Just don't add parsley. Alfredo doesn't need a haircut. And there you have it. Pasta Alfredo, a dish so simple yet so powerful, you're definitely scoring points tonight. Well, I might not, because my wife is staring at me like I just burned the house down. So I'm taking my plate and eating at the table. As always, thanks for watching and buon appetito.